Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869 in Porbandar, India. His family was very religious and belonged to the Hindu Modbaniya caste. His father, Karamchand Gandhi, was the Diwan, or Chief Minister of Porbandar. Putlibai Gandhi's mum was a very religious woman known for her strong morals. Gandhi's upbringing taught him to be moral, to be a vegetarian, and to accept all religions. He was a shy and quiet kid. He went to school in Rajkot, where his dad later worked. Young Mohandas was an average student. No one guessed he would become such an amazing leader. At 13, Gandhi married Kastabai Mukherjee. It was an arranged marriage, which was normal in India back then. Their relationship grew into one of respect and support. It shaped Gandhi's views on women's rights and fairness in society. In 1888, when he was 19, Gandhi sailed to England to study law. This was unusual for someone like him at the time. It opened his eyes to Western ideas and culture. He went to the Inner Temple in London, a famous law school. Living in London was hard. Gandhi faced racism and cultural differences. He joined the Vegetarian Society, which made his belief in non-violence and animal rights even stronger. He also became interested in religion and philosophy, learning about different faiths like Christianity and Theosophy. These experiences helped him grow and believe in self-reliance and simple living. Gandhi became a lawyer in 1891 and returned to India. He wanted to practice law and help his country. He had no idea his life would become so much bigger than just law. In 1893, Gandhi went to South Africa for a legal case. He was shocked by the racism and segregation against Indians there. This changed his life. He decided to stay and fight for Indian rights. Gandhi started the Natal Indian Congress in 1894. He organized protests against unfair laws. This is when he developed his idea of Satyagraha, which means truth force or soul force. Satyagraha focused on non-violent resistance to fight injustice. Gandhi's peaceful protests, like boycotts and civil disobedience, got the world's attention. He was arrested many times, but he never gave up. His time in South Africa prepared him for India's fight for independence. Gandhi came back to India in 1915, a changed man. He knew his purpose. India, under British rule, wanted freedom. Gandhi's message of Satyagraha spoke to everyone. He joined the Indian National Congress, the biggest political party fighting for independence. Gandhi traveled all over India, talking to people from all walks of life. He lived simply, wore traditional clothes, and spoke the common language. He wanted to help the poor and end untouchability. He started nationwide campaigns for Swaraj, or self-rule, and Swadeshi, or self-reliance. His call to boycott British goods was very popular. Gandhi's leadership united people of all religions and backgrounds in the fight for independence. The Salt Satyagraha, a Pinch of Defiance. In 1930, Gandhi started the Salt Satyagraha, a very important event in India's fight for freedom. The British made a law that Indians couldn't make or sell salt. Salt, something everyone needs, became a symbol of British control. Gandhi, with 78 followers, walked 240 miles from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, a village by the sea. Newspapers and radios followed the march, and the whole nation, even the world, was watching. Thousands joined Gandhi's march, inspired by his determination. At Dandi, Gandhi picked up some salt, breaking the British law. This started a huge movement. Millions of Indians made their own salt and refused to pay the tax. The British arrested thousands of people, including Gandhi. The price of freedom. Gandhi's personal sacrifices. Gandhi's fight for freedom cost him a lot. He was in jail many times, in bad conditions, and went on long hunger strikes. People criticized him and disagreed with him, even in the Indian National Congress. But Gandhi always believed in non-violence. He believed true strength came from forgiveness and love, not hate and violence. His wife, Kastubai, died in 1944 while he was in jail. He was heartbroken but kept fighting for his cause. Gandhi's life showed his strong belief in truth, non-violence, and simple living. He wore simple clothes, ate only vegetables, and didn't marry again. He led by example, inspiring millions with his humility and selflessness. India's independence, a bittersweet victory. India finally became free from British rule on August 15th, 1947. It was a happy day for millions of Indians. But the happiness was mixed with sadness because India was divided into India and Pakistan. This caused a lot of violence and people lost their homes. Gandhi was very sad. He worked hard to bring peace. He went on a hunger strike until people stopped fighting. This helped stop the violence, but the pain of the partition stayed with him. Gandhi wanted India to be a place where people of all religions could live together peacefully. He dreamed of an India without poverty, inequality, and discrimination. India was politically free, but the fight for social and economic justice wasn't over. The Mahatma's legacy, an enduring inspiration. On January 30th, 1948, Gandhi was killed by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist who didn't like Gandhi's message of peace. The nation mourned its beloved leader, called Mahatma, which means great soul. Gandhi's death shocked India and the world. Leaders everywhere honored the man who inspired millions with his message of peace. His life and teachings still inspire activists, leaders, and everyday people worldwide. Gandhi's legacy is bigger than India. He showed the world the power of peaceful resistance and the importance of fighting for justice and equality. His life shows that one person can change the world. Gandhi's impact on the world, a beacon of peace. Gandhi's idea of Satyagraha has inspired many movements for civil rights and social justice worldwide. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela followed Gandhi's example of non-violent resistance. His teachings are still important in movements for peace, protecting the environment and human rights. Gandhi's birthday, October 2nd, is the International Day of Non-Violence. It's a day to remember his message of peace and work for a fairer world. His life and teachings are still important today. Gandhi's message of peace, love, and non-violence gives hope in a world with so much conflict. His life reminds us that even when things are very hard, believing in truth and justice can change the world.